I'm Ginger Chang. Welcome to USTC360. It's great to see you again. Today we return to Chile, a country in South America known for its quality dual healthcare system. By law, Chileans are required to contribute 7% of their salary to the National Medical Insurance Plan, while private health insurers have their own set prices. Chile even placed ahead of the US in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development's ranking of the healthcare systems in 31 countries. Yet even with some of these good indicators of Chile's socio-economic progress, medical care is still expensive and the country's uneven wealth distribution remains a problem. The silent calls for help were evident when Tzu Chi volunteers came across two families in dire need of assistance. In Chillan, Tzu Chi volunteers were surprised to find Angel Poblete and his family of 6 living in destitute conditions. But first, let's go to Santiago to see how local volunteers helped a couple finally give their 6-month-old baby daughter, Pascal, who died from a brain tumor, a proper burial.
Tierra, devuélveme tus dones puros, las torres del silencio que subieron de la solemnidad de sus raíces. Quiero volver a ser lo que no he sido, aprender a volver desde tan hondo que entre todas las cosas naturales pueda vivir o no vivir. No importa ser una piedra más, la piedra oscura, la piedra pura que se lleva el río.
Tu silueta va caminando con el alma triste y dormida.
When we first saw his daughter in the hospital, she had a tracheal tube inserted in her throat. We felt so bad to see this little girl had to endure such pain and suffering.
She was diagnosed on the 14th of December and was hospitalized on the 14th of January.
The nice thing is that we were able to spend Christmas with her. And she got to enjoy her sister's birthday.
She was happy. It was like a gift for her.
Nos hablaron una vez cuando niños, cuando la vida se muestra entera, del futuro que
A la 1 de la mañana.
We were at the hospital when we were told at 1 in the morning that she was physically unable to continue. However, her heart continued to beat on its own until 3:40 in the morning.
Mama, my older daughter said to me, "Let my sister go. My little sister is very tired."
After experiencing the pain of watching my daughter die, it was tough when I found out the medical costs that I'd have to take on without a job. Honestly, there was nothing I could do about it at that moment. I had no one to turn to for that much money. The shame was so great that I felt like a nobody. I had no money and no job, and now my daughter had just died. I felt like a nobody worth nothing.
At the moment, we emulated Tzu Chi's love. We made a financial donation to the family. When I saw them, I wanted to hold their hands tight, give them a big hug, and tell them that they weren't alone.
There was nothing I could do to obtain that much money. I had money for the funeral service and the grave plot to bury her. But I didn't have the money to complete the burial. However, I was able to feel some peace of mind in the midst of all my anguish.
Te quiero dar gracias por haberme traído alegría, amor, paz y felicidad.
I want to thank you for the peace and love that you brought to us.
Pero todo el tiempo que estuviste conmigo.
It doesn't matter that you were here for only a short time.
Cuando estaba contigo, creía verte bien sana y súper valiente.
The times with you here are the most beautiful moments in my life.
Toda mi fuerza lo transmitiste en todos nosotros, pero quedándote con tú la fuerza mayor.
When I'm with you, you make me feel extremely strong because you have transmitted your strength to us.
Ni mucho menos olvidarte ya que dejaste.
We will never forget you. You will always be in our hearts. You lessened our moments of anguish, and we love you so much.
Hemos vivido.
Cada uno aferrado a sus dioses, producto de toda
The mother of this family has been telling us that there were problems with her bones. With a sudden weight loss in the beginning of last year, she went for a checkup and the diagnostic report came out today. She told us that the situation of her illness is not optimistic. And the doctor told her that the pain will only continue to exist. And the illness is very difficult to cure. Additionally, the doctor said that she needs to take an injection once a week to help relieve the pain. The medication would cost 30,000 pesos per injection, which they couldn't afford. Their weekly income is only 4,000 or 5,000 pesos. It's very sad to talk about this case.
Pero desde que mi señora empezó con las crisis más fuertes.
When my wife's condition worsened, my employer wouldn't accept my excuses for missing work, which put me in a difficult situation. If I must choose between family and work, I will obviously choose my family. I can find any type of work, but without my family, I am no one.
¿Qué es un pololito? Es un trabajo extra.
What is pololito? It's jobs like cleaning houses and courtyards, wood cutting, things like that. I'm paid only when the job is finished. I do anything that's honorable in order to earn some money. Each month, with only about 12,000 pesos, we give priority to the children and utilities, and the rest is used for food.
Yo vivo el presente.
I live in the present.
El futuro.
The future doesn't exist.
It rains a lot in the Southern Territory. We decided to help them so they won't be suffering from a roof leaking at night. We wanted to make sure that at the very least they will not be rained on while they sleep. We bought this tarp to help them cover the roof so the rain won't leak into the room again.
I don't ask for anything because thank God I have two hands.
他们虽然说经济状况很差，可是呢，他教育孩子。
Although their financial situation is poor, he has provided his children with a good education. He keeps his children clean and makes sure that they bathe every day.
El hecho de que venga, que converse, que comparta.
I am totally grateful that you came. For me, it's a blessing that you come to converse, to share, and make my children laugh.
Encontré algo de sinceridad.
I like your organization because of their sincerity. And for me, sincerity in people is essential. Now, I have a dream, and I will try to accomplish it.
Chile has a 40% doctor deficit due to the shortage of medical academies to train specialists. According to the World Health Organization in 2010, the doctor per patient ratio in Chile was 1 to 900, whereas in the US, one physician examined 370 people on average. Chileans normally have to wait a year to see a specialist. To address this issue, Dr. Tuang Long Yang, a local doctor, helped set up a branch of Tzu Chi's International Medical Association in Chile to offer free medical services to those who need it. Dr. Yang was able to get his hospital colleagues on board. The first free clinic was conducted on July 24th of last year. Tzu Chi's philanthropies have gained recognition by many, one of who is the mayor of Lo Prado, a municipality that is west of Santiago. Gonzalo Navarrete hopes that Tzu Chi will continue its array of free health services because more than 55% of the people in his community are poor.
My name is Blanca Roja. I live in the Lo Prado community. I came from Cantin, Venezuela. A while ago, I was drowning in a pool and accidentally punched my eye.
My name is Gonzalo Navarrete, and I am the mayor of Lo Prado. I have been the mayor of this community for 6 years, and I am also a doctor.
This free clinics project was coordinated through the local government. Whenever there is need for patients to see specialists, the local public clinic would refer them to National Hospital. But there is very limited quota available. Often patients had to wait for a long time.
When the foundation offered to help us by supplying more medical specialists, it was a huge help for us. It is very difficult here for people to get into a hospital.
Nosotros somos la Fundación Tzu Chi de Taiwán.
We are the Tzu Chi Foundation from Taiwan. We have been here in Chile for a year now, helping families who need help.
I didn't know about the foundation until Dr. Yang told me about the possibility of having a free clinic. He also told me about the Tzu Chi Foundation. I spoke to them recently and learned a little about them. Now that I know them better, I hope to stay in touch, because the truth is, it was a very good experience.
After waiting for a year to go to a public hospital, my doctor finally sent me here, because there's a lot of pain in my eyes.
These patients came for different kinds of specialists today, and we were able to provide them with urgent solutions. Many of the patients have been waiting to see a specialist for over 8 months or even a year.
I asked for a referral more than a year ago. My eye's condition has worried me, while I waited the years for a response.
There are a severe shortage of specialists in the city, for example, ophthalmologists and cardiologists. Many patients have waited a long time only for a pair of glasses.
Because I've been waiting for an answer for a year, things like that bother you and give you anxiety.
It's the law in Chile that you need a doctor's prescription to purchase a pair of glasses. We have 2 eye doctors in our free clinic team today. This is really a big help for them. We feel great that we can solve their problems.
This clinic is very nice. I received better care here than I would have at a public hospital.
Now they're helping me get a new pair of glasses so that I can see again. Perfect.
All of the doctors who came to work in our free clinics project were so happy to provide their expertise to help others. They all wish to come back to help again.
It's all about giving back to the community. The community has provided me with much needed help when I just came to Chile. Most of the people in the community are simple and kind-hearted.
Hansen, ¿fue una experiencia distinta?
I was accompanied by my family, and it was a different but enriching experience for all of us. For me, my wife, and my children. We had a great time. I think it's a way to give back to society. I think it was enriching. These people impacted me greatly.
Knowing Tzu Chi and its hard-working volunteers, it's natural for us to do our best to help. We work long hours in a free clinic, and we could see from their eyes the pure appreciations. And that is the best reward for us. We will continue to provide the help.
I hope that your foundation can conduct more free clinics and help in the development of this community. It's super important for us. Thank you.
Our master always tells us that we have to know how to help the future of the planet, which is all of you. And that is what this laboratory is all about. We came in December and talked to all of you, and with the help of all of our volunteers, we're giving you a new science laboratory today.
That was the winter of 2010. The foundation held a free clinic at the school. The mothers and children all came to see the doctors. It was there that I spoke to Jen and told her we didn't have anything in the lab. All we had to work with was a classroom that used to be a garage and a dinner table. We had small glasses where we would observe liquids, which were usually only juice, oil, or water. That's all of the lab equipment we had. There is a necessity for children to gain experience in the sciences. It's essential if our children are to get ahead. They need to know that there is another world that we are unable to see with our eyes.
This is a science laboratory founded with help from the director and Professor Matilde. We saw the need for equipment to study physics, chemistry, and biology. So we bought equipment like test tubes, precipitation glasses, and reactive agents. The truth is, the effective way to learn is by doing it. Our master also cares greatly about education, because it's important for the future of your country.
We can say, we don't have resources. We can say we don't have the laboratorios and cry and cry and cry. That we don't have anything. That no one loves us. But this is what we have done. The teachers, the children, the parents and the director. To say, because we don't have things, we are going to walk forward, and we are going to look for allies. The foundation is our school's ally.
La oración o la plegaria simbolizó la energía que se generaba al unir nuestras manos. Se generó una energía.
We are focusing a special energy because kids have a special energy. Personally, I feel a strong unity between you, the foundation, and the children. It's very hard to explain in words how I feel about this union.
I actually have the card the children of Santa Maria Primary School made for Tzu Chi volunteers. If you look closely, every card is handwritten in Chinese and says, "Thank you very much, my friends. These tokens of appreciation are a good indication that the Chilean people have emerged from the destruction left behind by last year's powerful earthquake in February. A part of this success is due to the small but growing group of committed local Tzu Chi volunteers who continue to bring all aspects of Tzu Chi's charity, medical, education, and humanitarian culture to every corner in Chile. In our next segment for Prince, we meet Emily Chillan, the former CEO of Tzu Chi's Las Vegas liaison office. During a trip to Houston, Texas, she was devastated to see a lot of children were rendered homeless because of Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Many of them had also lost their family members, so the government placed them in temporary homes around the United States. Since returning to school has been another way to give the traumatized children a sense of normalcy, let's see what Emily has been doing to give the students something to look forward to at school.
My husband passed away from a heart attack while he was playing sports in 1983. He was 50 and I was 45 years of age at the time. I was so sad and felt that my heart had been torn apart. I then became a Tzu Chi volunteer and sometimes visited patients in the hospital. I've met many cancer patients who were in pain and have lost their hair. Some of them were even swollen and puffy like a balloon due to the side effects of chemotherapy. Despite the fact that my heart was still in pain, I realized that I still have a healthy body, and my responsibility and goal is to take good care of my daughter. In 2005, after Hurricane Katrina hit the New Orleans area, a lot of people who had lost their homes were evacuated to the city of Las Vegas. Those children were provided with free lunches by the government on weekdays, but they had nothing to eat on the weekends. Many of them went to local fast food restaurants to take packets of ketchup to mix with hot water to make soup. That was a really sad situation. Therefore, we decided to distribute food to them on every Friday to help. I've moved back to Orange County, California in 2010. That's when we selected a school in the Santa Ana area as a place for our charity distributions. We prepared bags of food every Friday for those needy students, 42 of them to take home to their families. What they needed more than the food was the love from us. I realized that life is all about giving, and I don't want to waste my life any longer. I didn't do enough to help others before, so now I've decided to work harder to compensate for all of that lost time.
Before Tzu Chi began its Happy Campus project at Lydia Romero Cruz Elementary School, free breakfasts and lunches had been provided to the students. But when the California Department of Education cut its budget in 2009, the school had to significantly decrease its free meal program. Thus, many children had to attend class on an empty stomach because 98% of them are socio-economically disadvantaged. Fortunately, with the unwavering determination of Emily and other Tzu Chi volunteers in Orange County, the parents of the students now know that their children will never go hungry again. I am Ginger Chang, and I'll see you next week.